This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
The IKEA Business Network is now open for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Join for free today to get access to interior design services to help you make the most of your workspace, employee well-being benefits to help you and your people grow, and amazing discounts on travel, insurance, and IKEA purchases, deliveries, and more. Take your small business to the next level when you sign up for the IKEA Business Network for free today by searching IKEA Business Network.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, What F.I.R.E Seekers and Dexter Have in Common by Helene Massicotte of freetopursue.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Now let's get to today's post as we optimize your life. What F.I.R.E Seekers and Dexter Have in Common by Helene Massicotte of freetopursue.com. Hopefully none of you, dear listeners, are wanted by police. I'm certainly not trying to imply that this is the case. However, there are undeniable similarities between Free to Pursue readers and financial independence or F.I.R.E seekers in general, and the beloved friendly neighborhood serial killer we call Dexter. For those of you who aren't familiar with Dexter, he's a character originally dreamed up by author Jeff Lindsay in Darkly Dreaming Dexter, which, along with subsequent novels, was turned into a wildly popular Showtime television series. It's quite entertaining, and just watching the first 2 episodes leaves you with a reasonable idea of what it might be like to be him. So what could you possibly have in common with Dexter? Almost everything, except for the stalking, killing, and disposing of the body parts. Not convinced yet? Let me prove it with the following 8 points. You have something to hide. You sometimes question your drive to do things that are wrong or different. Your inner voice never quiets down. You don't feel normal and you seek out others like you. You know you're supposed to feel a certain way and you don't. The outcomes of your lifestyle are admired, but not their origin. You maintain some cultural rituals just to fit in. And doing what drives you is how your life makes sense. Let's take a look at each of these points, in case the list itself didn't result in some light bulb moments. Number 1, you have something to hide. We all do, but what many F.I.R.Es or F.I.R.E seekers have to hide is the pursuit of financial independence itself, or one better, having reached it. Funny thing is, hiding debt or being in debt is so common now that it's almost normal. Not pursuing the good materialistic life and the next promotion to stay above water as you do is, well, weird, even creepy. You worry about the ridicule, the questioning of your sanity and of your values, the questioning of you. Number 2, you sometimes question your drive. When you get infected with the idea that F.I.R.E isn't only possible, but a worthwhile pursuit, you're officially weird. Society's messages about what you need to do, what you should do, are everywhere. And increasingly, like Dexter, you find you're less and less compliant with the messages, which only increases this feeling of being weird. It can be unsettling and can easily lead to a slip up back into conformity, if only for a while. Number 3, your inner voice never quiets down. The more changes you've made in your life in the pursuit of F.I.R.E, the more amplified the differences between you and the general population. And the closer you are to your goal, the more your values skew towards intrinsic pursuits. Your dark passenger, also known as Dexter's inner drive to kill, compels you to guard your newfound feeling of freedom and control over your destiny above all else. Your inner dialogue is more powerful than ever, leading you to new insights, new questions, new pursuits, an ever-improving and ever more powerful version of you. Number 4, you don't feel normal and you seek out others like you. Given your official status of weird, you can start feeling pretty lonely. That drives a need to belong somewhere, to find others like you, to find your tribe. The internet now offers a wonderful new way to connect with others who feel and are different from what might be called the norm. The F.I.R.E community is a wonderful group to tap into, to feel the warm fuzzies of interacting with others who share some of the same values, such as defining your worth with measures other than how much stuff you have and how you appear to others. Number 5, you know you're supposed to feel a certain way, and you don't. You're supposed to be delighted to have a solid career with good prospects for advancement, even a pension. Wow, right? Right? You're supposed to want the new car, the bigger house, the lavish vacations, the summer home, the 2 kids, the fill in the blank. But you don't. Frankly, you don't see the point of these things if they're not deeply fulfilling. However, you do know that you must congratulate others as they achieve these societal milestones of achievement, lest you be exposed as one of the others. You force the look of delight and genuine admiration and utter the requisite words that accompany them while, at the same time, hiding the pity you feel that they're spiraling ever deeper in a less desirable direction than you've found makes you genuinely happy. What you value has fundamentally changed. Your perception has shifted to another resource more limited than money: time. Ample time allows you to focus on what most of the world says it values, but doesn't show through action: nurturing relationships, health, giving, personal growth, and exploration, sucking the marrow out of life. Number 6, the positive outcomes of your lifestyle are admired, but not their origin. Others admire self-sufficiency and real-life vigilantes when it's not too close to home. It needs to be out of reach, pushed away by a number of, I'd like to, but I can't because. Ask anyone if they'd like to live with no financial worries, knowing that they have a secure future and knowing they can pursue any activity of interest, whether it's paid or not. You'll most likely hear, yes, of course. Just don't show them it's possible, or worse, that you're doing it, lest you be exposed. Just like those who admire Dexter's work, ridding the world of horrible people. Those close to him are horrified when they find out someone so close to home is a killer. In both cases, the concept is more attractive to others in theory than in actual application. Number 7, you maintain some cultural rituals just to fit in. You can't appear too weird. Let's be honest, there are some things that closet F.I.R.Es or F.I seekers, which I think is the majority of us, just prefer not to do. However, we oblige. We suffer through one or more of the following just to keep up appearances. We partake in us versus them dialogue about the government, your employer, bankers, debt collectors, insurance companies, service providers, traffic, and other. We participate in life is so hard conversations. Our silence makes us appear supportive of others' excuses for why they just can't get ahead. We talk about the good deals we or others got buying things we don't need and or for people we don't like. We gossip to help others feel better and end up feeling like we need a shower afterwards. We hide our non-trendy buying habits to stay under the radar. Who hasn't refilled a pop bottle with the store brand stuff or parked their car a little further away just to look normal, just to avoid an awkward conversation? And we use clever excuses to decline invitations to fancy-dancy places that just aren't worth the money and time spent with people we don't relate to anymore. If we ever did, it's just not what we would call having a good time. If you've chosen to come out of the F.I closet and you can spare yourself most of this list, good for you. You have a stronger backbone than many others in this community. Maybe I'll get there someday. And number 8, doing what drives you is how your life makes sense. External motivators don't drive you. You're intrinsically motivated to pursue what makes sense to you, what you want to accomplish. And no, it usually doesn't optimize your return on investment from a monetary standpoint. The ROIs you seek are returns on your well-being, psychological, physical, emotional, and spiritual. You know yourself well and listen to your gut, which speaks more loudly than external influences. You're driven by your values, not by what drives others into conformity. See any resemblance? Luckily, your deviation from the norm won't likely land you in a federal penitentiary, or worse, the electric chair. However, it doesn't make the similarities between different types of weird any less right on the money. No, please don't pardon the pun. Bonus, if you got this far, here's one thing you definitely don't have in common with Dexter lifestyle-wise. Dexter keeps all his assets in cash in case he has to get out of town in a hurry. Luckily, we F.I.R.Es can invest our money wisely for the long term to ensure we can continue the lifestyle to which we have grown accustomed, no matter whether or not we're ever found out. You just listened to the post titled, What F.I.R.E Seekers and Dexter Have in Common by Helene Massicotte of freetopursue.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. It's a simple concept, but not necessarily an easy concept. Right now, high interest rates have crushed the real estate market. Prices are falling and properties are available at a discount, which means F.I.R.E believes now is the time to expand the F.I.R.E flagship fund's billion-dollar real estate portfolio. You can add the F.I.R.E flagship fund to your portfolio in minutes by visiting fundrise.com/OFD. That's FUNDRISE.com/OFD. Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the F.I.R.E flagship fund before investing. This and other information can be found in the fund's prospectus at fundrise.com/OFD. This is a paid advertisement.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
This article actually describes one of the problems I was trying to solve when I created the Economy Conference, which is an annual party about money designed for the F.I.R.E community. The choice to pursue F.I.R.E is pretty unconventional, and for many, it becomes an isolating endeavor. Your friends and family think you're strange, and you likely don't have many people in your life who are itching to talk to you about money management and lifestyle design. But the reality is that F.I.R.E is better with friends. Tapping into this incredible community will add a richness to your path in ways that you can't do on your own. There's this easy sense of camaraderie that builds between people headed towards a common goal that can make the whole journey feel much lighter and more fun. Who wants to retire early with no one to hang out with? Sure, you can find online communities that discuss financial independence and early retirement, but let's not kid ourselves by thinking this is true human connection. In order to build deep, lasting friendships, we need to gather together in person. And 500 of us do that every year at the Economy Conference. Our next event is scheduled for March 21st through 23rd of 2025 in Cincinnati. So if you want to come party with us, learn more at economyconference.com. And remember that economy is spelt with an M-E rather than an M-Y at the end. And that'll do it for today. Have a great day and start to your weekend. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back here reading to you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.